Welcome everyone. So myself Kamal Yadav again, and today we are doing the webinar, the second part of webinar on BC14. So today what we are going to cover is the accounting in pure inventory voucher, the job work module, caption change, custom validation, custom column backup, search item in grid, auto adjustment of references, housekeeping menu that is reshuffled, list of login computers in SQL mode, use of the average pricing invoice, and the new column added in the bill receivable payable report, that is the clearing days. So these are the topic that we are going to cover today. We will begin with the feature of the accounting in pure inventory voucher. So what are the pure inventory vouchers we have? The stock journal, material issue, material issues. These three vouchers are purely inventory vouchers in terms of the material movement, and only in these three vouchers we can add accounting part. The example can be, you are transferring good from one branch to another branch, one store to another store, but you incurred some transportation charges. So later on you post the journal entry for that, but you want that in the same entry of the stock transfer, you want your branch to be debited and your cash to be credited. You don't want a separate entry, so you can use this option. You are issuing good as a sample to anybody, and some packaging charges, transportation charges, courier charges are incurred. So you don't want to post a separate account for that, separate entry for that. You want the treatment of the accounting in the same voucher itself. So how to configure that, how to use that? Let us see it one by one. So to enable this, these are the list of the inventory feature. There is an option of accounting in pure inventory voucher. So only in these three vouchers you can configure it: material issue, material receipt, and the stock transfer. Now after enabling it, how to use it? We can use bill sundries or the markup option to capture this requirement that we need to debit or credit something. So let us do a simple example. Let us create a bill sundry. So this is my bill sundry. Let's say it's absolute amount. Now there are the new options: accounting in material issue, receipt, and stock transfer. Let's say you want in material issue, what accounting you want. See, when you are using the material issue, we need to tag the debit and credit side of accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is always debit and credit. Very simple. Accounting is one side is debited, other side is credited. So we need to specify the debit and credit side. That's it. It's so simple. So what is going to be debited? What is going to be credited? This option, now it's saying the other side, means one side is the party. When we are try to understand this with this example, when we are selling goods, party is debited. So material issue is equivalent to sales when we are saying the parties, means the debit side we can configure to the party and credit side we can define here. So when I am saying the material receipt is equivalent to purchase in terms of this feature. Now party here means the credit, because in purchase the party is credited. So in the material receipt, party here means credit. Let's say material issue. So the party here will be debited. We know the debit side is party. The other side obviously is the credit side. So here we can say the credit side is, so we have the option we can specify in the voucher also. Let's say cash. You want to debit the party with that or no? You have the option to specify the account here. You can create one expense. Or you want over and above. Over and above here means if you have multiple postings, each posting will be separate in the ledger. So here you can similarly issue, receipt, stock transfer you can configure separately. So let's see the example of material issue now. Let's say one quantity we are issuing. Now there are transportation charges. We put that in the bill sundry. We are going to save this voucher. Now see the accounting impact. I'm seeing the preview of the, so this is my preview. A separate journal entry is posted from the material issue voucher. So this is just one example. Any kind of accounting we can do. Any kind of debit and credit we can configure. We can use multiple bill sundry for that. Transportation charges, packing charges, anything we want to debit we can configure in the bill sundry. So material receipt will be reverse in this case. I will take you to the bill sundry option again. So this was our bill sundry. Here the party side means debit. This is the debit side. Material receipt. If I say accounting, this part means credit side here. The debit side will be here. So it will be reverse. Now the stock transfer. So how to configure this in the stock transfer? We have to enable this feature. Now in stock transfer, remember there is no party. There is one source material center, there is one target material center. So there are two material center. We can use those material center and we can configure our debit and credit side. So I will show you the structure of the stock transfer voucher before do the configuration. This is our stock transfer voucher from to. Let's say this is one of our material center. So either we can use this material center for the accounting or this material center for accounting. One of these. So how you want to use that? There is an option in the voucher configuration. In the stock transfer series, here we can configure, sorry, not here, in the stock transfer voucher, where you want your accounting from, source or target. Let's say target. Now target will be the debit side. If I say source, it will pick the credit side. I will repeat again. If I say target, it will pick the debit side from the target. If I say source, it will pick the credit side from the source. The other side we have to define in the bills entry. Let's say target. And in the material center, we have this. You want accounting in stock transfer voucher. What is to be debited? Let's say branch 1. So we are issuing good to our branch and we incurred some transportation charges. Now the bill sundry configuration. So the stock transfer part is a bit tricky if you compare it to the material issue and receipt. Stock transfer, you want accounting. Now the other side. Other side means we have specified one side in the source. The other side we can specify here. Let's say the cash out. And you want your accounting from the MC or no. If you say no, the other part you can specify here. Means we are doing our accounting in stock transfer voucher on the target. So the target is the debit side. We can specify the debit side, or we can say yes, it should be from the MC. So I show you the MC configuration again. This was the configuration. We have specified target here. So in the bill sundry, in the stock transfer, I have said yes in MC. So the debit part will be picked from there itself. And in the MC, we have specified the branch 1. So let us do a stock transfer from the main store to the branch 1. So this is our voucher. If I see the printing now, there is the option of account voucher. So you can see the branch 1 is debited, the cash is credited. So from the stock transfer voucher, we have done a posting of the accounting itself. There is no need of posting a separate entry in this case. So this was the feature that you can use the accounting in the pure inventory voucher. So now come to the job work part. And I think Mr. Ashwani Bhatnagar is online from Surat, and he will be very much interested in this feature. And feedbacks are welcome. Ashwani ji, feedbacks are really welcome from your side if you want any modification in this. So I'll show you the configuration now. The job work. Job work and the accounting in pure inventory voucher, both of these features are part of our standard edition. So now the job work configuration. You know, job work is like, I'll give you an example, very simple example. So we'll do it from simple part to the complex part, so that each and every attendee can grab this concept. The job work is like you are buying the raw material, but you are not doing the manufacturing at your end. You are not doing the processing. You are giving your raw material to the other person and asking them to do the work, to do the processing and send you the bag. And the raw material is purchased by you, then issued by you, then the finished good or the semi-finished good is received by you. And in lieu of that, you pay something to the job, to the person who is doing the job work. So this is the job work. Simple concept of the job work. And there can be job in and job out. Job ins mean You are doing the job work for some other person. Job out means you are issuing good to the other person to get the job done. So in busy 14 you can maintain both type of job work, from outside party or doing job work for other party. So we will do one concept, the other is quite similar to the other one. So job ID can be maintained, means each time you are issuing the good, you can tag it with the job ID so that reporting can be configured on the basis of that particular ID. Duplicacy allowed or not, or allow within the same party, you are issuing good again and again for the same ID, you can use this feature. Or duplicacy is allow all parties, it's configurable. Disallow changes in job ID, disallow blank job ID, drop down when you are doing the selection, wastage you want to maintain. So all these things can be configured here. Now let us create some inventories. Let me refreshes my vouchers. So we will do one example, very simple example. So let's say this is our finish good, and we will create more items. Raw material 1, raw material 2, like this we can create. So job work in busy we can tag with the bill of master, boom, it's optional. You can tag it or you can do job work without tagging. So I will show you all the options. So in the beginning, let us tag it with the bill of material. Bill of material is the finished good. We are manufacturing the finished good. For manufacturing one piece, we need raw material 1, raw material 2, one piece. So this is our simple bill of material. So what I am doing is I am tagging my job work with my bill of material. So let us do the purchase of the raw material. So this is my purchase of the raw material. Now they are in the main store, but I am not doing the manufacturing at my end, I am issuing it. So we will come to the material issue. Let me start the voucher numbering there. So this is our job work, issued for job work. Let us create a party. Job ID automatically taken as the voucher number, and we have freeze that. That's why it's in the red color. If we freeze it, we are not going to change this. Delivery date we can specify, any commitment is there. So we are issuing the raw material 1 and raw material 2. So we expect him to produce 5 finished good and return us back. Now the job work is done, we are getting our raw material back. So the entry will be material receipt. So we are going to take the material back now. Received after job work. Now we are getting back finished good. Let's say 2 are received. Now this window will open. Against which job ID in the drop down list? Or you can press Alt D and give the job ID number manually. So this is the window for the consumption. At the end of the job worker, total pending was 5. 2 is adjusted. This is the total amount. Any wastage you can specify percentage or the quantity here. Means if it is wasted, it will be added in the costing here. It will be deducted from the pending at the end of the job worker. So any remarks also we can specify here. That's the material in and the sale. So this is the simple example, and we will see the reporting part. Then we will do some other thing also in the job work. Outside job work, pending job items as usual, item wise, party wise. You can see one item, all item. You want to pick from only one, or job ID not required, or all job ID required date. So this will show you the pending raw material 1 to the job worker 1, 3 quantity. If you press enter, 5 was issued, 2 was consumed. You can see that report party wise also. Job worker 1, job ID, how much is the pending quantity. Party item job ledger, you can select the job worker, you can select the raw material, and you can see when it was issued, when it was adjusted. And there is a job summary also, item wise, party wise, one item, all item. Job ID you want or not, you want to see value of the item. Received item details, separate column in the manufacturing details. So you want to see wastage also, you can configure it. So this is the report, job summary. So job worker 1, job ID 1, quantity issue, quantity adjusted, closing balance, and the amount. Quantity manufactured here you can see. Similarly, there is a job register. You want to see it by the one party or the all parties. You want to see consume detail, you want to see value of the item. So this is the job register. You can see material issue and material receipt. So if I can increase this, you can see the party job worker 1, job ID 1, it's specified here. So this is the register. So now what can be the other option in the job work? The other option is that there is no bill sundry. There is no bill of material. So there can be one example when you can configure it with the bill of material. There can be job work when there is no bill of material. Still you will issue the raw material and you will consume it manually. How much is the consume? So we will do this example also. I am refreshing my transactions again. So there is no transaction. Let's say there is no bill of material. There is no bill of material. Now we will do the job work here again. Issued for job work. Job ID automatically taken as voucher number. You can configure it in the manual mode also. Raw material 1, 5 piece you are issuing. Raw material 2, 5 piece you are issuing. Remember, there is no bill of material now. Now the material receipt part. Now when you say finished good is received, 1 piece, again job ID 1, here you have to configure it manually, the adjustment 1. So this is the difference. When there is a bill of material, the adjustment can be configured automatically. If there is no bill of material, you can specify it manually. Any wastage you can specify in quantity as well as in terms of percentage. It will be added here. Let's see. It is added in the costing and it will be deducted now from the pending at the job worker 1 side. So this is also one example of the job work. Now there can be one more job work. The third one, how it goes is like that. You are issuing good and you are getting the same good back. There is no conversion. Like you are issuing leather for polishing, you are getting it back only in the form of leather. There is no change in the item. So that also you can configure here. Let's say you are issuing the good. This is the third example for job work. The same good you are issuing, let's say 2 piece to the job worker 1, and when you are getting it back, if you are getting the same good, so now the finished good, it's adjusted. So these three can be the situation, and if you are dealing in all the three situation, so busy will put it intelligence. The number 1, it will link it with the bill of material. If there is no bill of material, it will link it with the other item issued, not the same item. If you have not issued the other item, then the same item. Although it's very much obvious that it is tagged with the job ID, so there will be no confusion when you are picking the item issued. So in this particular case, finished good is issued, you are getting the finished good back, the adjustment is taken as automatically. So this is also one example of the job work. Then there are the reports, and you can configure the printout. Now the accounting part of job work. Accounting part is like you are issuing raw material. I'm just illustrating the example. You are issuing raw material and you are getting the finished good back. The inventory part is okay. Now what about the accounting? You have to pay to the job worker. Let's say you got back 10 quantity of finished good and the costing part was 100. So the 1000 is the amount of the finished good that you are getting back. You don't have to pay 1000. Let's say you are paying 10% only, or you are deciding it manually. Let's say you are paying 100 rupee to the job worker. How you are going to configure that? Remember, I told you one feature here, accounting in pure inventory voucher. We will use these two features in the combination. We will do job work also, and we will post one accounting part also. We will debit the job worker here, and that part will also be included in the costing of the goods. So I will repeat it again. You can do job work inventory management using the job work feature. You want to book the accounting for that also, that you have to pay to the job worker for the job work done by him. You can use this feature, the number 1 feature that I told you today. You can use the bill sundry or the markup part. You can use this feature, will work with both with the markup and the bill sundry. So you can use markup also if there is item wide charges that you want to book. So by using this feature, you can specify your debit and credit. Debit, obviously, you can specify keeping in point the accounting of that, and credit you can specify the job worker, because obviously you have to pay to him. Or if you are paying it cash, you can specify the cash there. So this is the job work module in Busy, and 3 type of job work you can maintain with the reports. You can do the accounting part also here. Now the caption change, the third part, third feature. How to change the caption? So what caption we can change in Busy? Number 1 is this, sales. We don't want your sales to be called as sales. You can change it. You don't want your party to be called as party. You want it to be client, customer. Material center, you want to change it to store. You can change it. These buttons, save, you don't want it to be called save. You want it done. So all these things you can change. I'll show you how. So we'll go to the feature and option in general. there is the option of voucher type caption. You can specify here, or you can specify it series wise also. Series wise you can have different name. If you want for all the series, you can specify here. My sales will be AMC. Now sales is AMC here. You can see the name is changed. Here also it's AMC. In reporting also it will be AMC. So when I was doing the changes, I'll show you again. So there is a short name also for the reporting purpose and the full name also for the voucher. And for all the other voucher you can do this. And series wise also you can configure it. Like one series can be AMC. The other series you can specify here. Series wise also you can define. If it's not AMC, you can specify here this particular series is invoice, or anything else you can specify here also. So one is this and the other one is, you will press Control Shift Alt. This window will come. So here you can specify everything. The debit and the font and the captions here. So let's say we want to change the party here. So which font you want to use, you can specify. And size also you can specify here. And the new caption you want to give here. Client, like all these things, all these labels you can change. When you are doing the sales, see it's client now. So all these things you can change here, and in the masters also you can change. Control Shift Alt C. Allies, you want to change it. You want it as ID number. So in masters also, all the masters you can change it. Like it's not allies there, it's ID number. So this feature is quite useful. You can install Busy in the school, you can install Busy in the restaurant, you can install Busy in the hospital, in the doctor's clinic, in this service industry. So all the captions you can configure as per their need. So the one more feature we are going to see is the custom column backup now. Custom column was the part of enterprise edition in Busy 12. Now it is part of standard edition. So if you have any report, let's say I will put some opening balance, and we will try to configure some customized reports using the custom column. So this is my ledger. We can put custom column. Now this is the part of standard edition, and if you have customized any report like this, you can take the backup from one company to other company. Custom column, you can copy to disk. All format, selected format you can select, or the current format. If you have more than one format, all will be copied in a single file. Where you want to copy, you can specify. In the BusyWin folder you want to copy, you can copy it like this. When you are in other company, you can copy from disk, you can give the path. All the reports that you have configured in the custom column, in a single shot you can bring it. Or you want to copy one by one, you can copy current format only A will be copied. If you are in the A format selected, you can select only 1, 2, 3 format. So this feature we have given the copy and restore option, and it's the part of standard edition now. Now the adjustment of the vouchers. We will do adjustment of the references actually. Do with the order processing. Auto create and adjust auto reference. Auto create was there in the busy 12. Adjust order references automatically is given in the busy 14. Let us do one sales order. Now let us do the sales. Press F11, selected. I am saving it. There is no window. There is no window for the adjustment. It's saved in the background automatically. The references are adjusted in the background. No window is there in the reference adjustment. So this is the voucher here. All the things are automatically adjusted. And you can save it. Let us do it in a different way. Here the window is coming for the adjustment because we have not picked from the F11. So if you are picking it from the F11, it will be automatically adjusted. So this will be working with the quotation. This will be working with the order. This will be working with the challan. So in all the sequence, this option is there. If you are picking it with the F11, if you are picking the multiple orders in a single window, still if you are picking it with the F11, it will be automatically adjusted. So the user, they don't have to press F2, 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 F2 again while pressing if you are adjusting the full references in that case. Housekeeping menu is reshuffled now. You know, there is two more things. Check incomplete voucher. If there is mismatch in the trial balance and you want to check the incomplete voucher where there is debit and credit is not equal, so you don't have to go for the rewrite book. Now the specific treatment is there. Rewrite book is not required in most of the cases now. You can go for the check incomplete voucher. It will check the debit and credit part in the voucher where it is missing. Regenerate dual voucher, very important. In 98% cases you have to do rewrite for this. Now you can specify you want to do regeneration only of a particular sale type. Let's say you want to do for the C form. You want to tag item C form where there is this item. All these things you can specify. Not all the voucher, only selected voucher of a selected series. Let's say purchase return and the sales you are doing. There is a series of C form and any else you want for the finished good where there is finished good. Any of this you can select and you can select the voucher and the series and you can do the regeneration. So there is no need of the full rewrite of book. So these two options are there. Check incomplete and regenerate dual voucher newly added. Now there is one more feature of seeing the list of logged in computer. So this feature will work in the SQL mode only. List of logged in computer means in your database how many computers are currently logged in and in which company and from the which computer name. You can see that all companies or the current companies, in current company how many users are working, how many busy instances are there, and if you want them to disconnect, you can disconnect them by using F4 key. So they will be directly disconnected from the database. So obviously it's SQL version, there will be no harm in the database. So this is quite useful for the IT guys when they want some emergency work to be done, and they can disconnect the user using this option in the SQL mode. So this is the key, F4 key, to disconnect the company. So it will work in the SQL mode only. Now there is one more feature. I will explain you the working of this feature. Average price invoice. So there are basically two: average price quantity in, average price invoicing. So what is the average price invoicing? There is a case when you are getting good in through good receipt, GRN. You're getting the goods in using the material receipt in Busy, and you are doing the purchase later on. But you want your inventory to be affected from the price that you specified in the purchase, not in the challan when you're getting your good in. So you can use this option. Average price invoicing means it will check the in only in the invoice, means only in the purchase voucher. It will check in when the goods are getting in, only the purchase invoice, and the challan will be skipped in this case. And there is a case when you don't know the price when the challan is done, the price being actually done at the time of invoicing. So the inventory valuation will be done from the invoicing. So this is the newly added average price invoice. Average price quantity in, which it will check all the quantity ins till that date. So this is the new option added. So I will repeat, in it will pick only the value from the purchase, no other value it will consider from the challan. So this is the use of this feature. One more thing added is the clearing days in bill receivable payable report. So we will do one sale. We'll use the bill by bill feature here. This is the reference is created. Bill by bill, we'll create the new reference here, reference number 1, and we will do the receipt after 10 days. Let's say on 11th. So adjustment is done from the one number, not from the opening. And if you see the bill receivable report now, so all these options are here. So there is a option of clearing days, how much time took in clearing this bill. So one was first date, it was issued on the 1st, you got it some amount at 11, so in 10 days this payment is done. So this is the new option added here. You'll get it in the Busy 14 in both bill receivable and payable. And one more thing we have provided in the Busy 14 is the custom validation. I will not be able to show you the working of this feature because due to the technical reason, but I will explain you the use of this feature, custom validation. I'll give you a few examples. You know, there is a requirement of very minute customization in Busy, and we cannot provide all those features in the Busy itself. So we will do the custom validation. We will provide a script file for that particular user, for that particular check and control. What can be the check and control? Let's say there is a party, and when you are saying it's sundry creditors, here automatically should come 30. You are, remember, I am putting it manually, but your requirement is, I'm just giving an example, as soon as you select sundry debtors, it should come 30 and nobody should able to change it. It should be freeze in red. This can be taken care by custom validation for that particular customer. So another example, let's say it can be the PDC case. Let us enable the PDC. Let us create a voucher configuration. Let's come to the voucher configuration, and what we will do, we will add PDC here. So what can be the requirement of the customer? A customer can ask you, if by mistake here it is selected main, but here if you select PDC, this should automatically change. This is a very common requirement from the customer, and these things can be taken care by the custom validation. Any kind of validation they want can be taken care. Like one more example, when I am doing the sale, as soon as I selected party here, phone number should be highlighted here. Phone number should be highlighted here. It's address line 1, the city should be highlighted here. This is the requirement of a customer. These things can be taken care by the custom validation. Very minute customization required specifically for that customer. They will contact you, our channel partner, and you will contact us. We will provide you the custom script for the custom validation. What you will do, you will paste that in the computer. In the utilities, there is the option of customization, custom validation, restore. You will give the path and you will restore it. Then that particular check and control will be imposed in that particular company for that particular user. Obviously, it will be chargeable. Nominal charges will be there for this. So we are going to end this webinar part 2 for the BZ14, and very soon we are going to have the last webinar for the BZ14 part 3. I will soon send you mail to all of you, and I hope this was quite educational for all of you. If you have any queries, you can contact us anytime, and for the time being, I'm thankful to all of you, all the attendees. I'm really thankful to all of you again, and I hope all you people will attend the coming webinar also. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.